Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Jayware, and when we've watched these past three speedruns here currently in the zombies line, I've just been amazed. I mean, Noct and Verrucht was full of nukes and insta kills. Shino Numa was just full of dogs. I'm excited to see what pulls out of the hat here in Riese. Now, Riese is a map that I've only played like 5 times in existence, so I don't know anything about this map. I don't know where spawn locations would be. I don't know where perks are. I don't know what is in here. I know there's a pack punch, and I know that there's a trap that you can build that is considered an Easter egg in this map, but we're going to be watching someone that just is already cracked as zombies. I mean, Zay held the first 2 maps, world records. Krups held Shinonuma, and he's back again with Riese and beating it in 29 minutes and 27 seconds. He beats round 30 in 30 minutes. So we're going to see another 30-minute run here. But, guys, I'm going to be linking his channel down below in the description, so make sure you guys check him out. Give him a follow, give him some love. And also make sure that you guys tell me down in the comments section exactly what part of this run you thought was the most craziest and something that you would like to try moving forward. Also, let me know if you guys want to see me react to any more types of speedruns beyond the zombies, any other games or anything like that. I'd love to check them out. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Riese is one of those maps that I've only played like 5 times in existence. I don't remember a single thing about this map. I want to say it's, if I remember correctly, it's the giant from Black Ops 3, just older. I can't remember, so please bear with me if it takes me a minute to kind of figure out what is going on here. I'm going to be reacting to this brand new. It's so excited to be revisiting some of these maps from my childhood that I don't really remember that much, that I only got to play a handful of times and just see exactly what some of the better players out there are able to do with some of the more stressful maps when there wasn't that strong of weapons. Perks were very weird. Everything was just new. And so again, Krups is back for another speed run. He held the record from Shino Numa, and now he's back for Riese to beat it in 29 minutes and 27 seconds. So he also beats the round 50 record in an hour and 5, which I think is what he was going for in this video. So again, he beats both the two records in one video. Chat, he beat round 100 and round 30 and probably round 50 in that other one. I didn't check, but that's 2, maybe 3 records in one attempt. And now he beats 2 records in one attempt here. Dude, this guy's insane. So chat, again, his link is down below in the channel description. The video description. Let's make that a little bit better for you guys. The video description. Make sure you guys go give him a follow and support the man. Without further ado, let's see what kind of crazy strats we see here. Now, because this takes place in only 29 minutes, I'm willing to bet that there's not that much insane weaponry that we see. It looks like he's going to reset his run here. So this is something very interesting to me, is like, because like, in Noct and Verrucht, everything was around that 26 to 29 minute. Those two were in the 26 to 29 minute range, due mainly because of nukes and insta kills that they were getting at just the right times. Shino Numa was a lot different. He was still getting nukes. I'm just gonna smack my mic around. Not as many nukes and stuff like that he was getting, but still was getting an insane amount of dog rounds. Riese is the giant. This looks familiar, so I do know this map mainly because I played the giant a lot. So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking back and I'm like, what's in this map? There's a pack punch. They wouldn't take out perks, so where are the perks and what perks are in this map that can help increase this, and what weapons are in here? I don't know what weapons are in here. Again, I didn't really play this map, so it's going to be very interesting to see just exactly what strat he implores. Where does he decide to train that will increase the amount of zombie spawns, and how, or decrease the amount of zombie spawns, but therefore increasing how fast they spawn. I said all that wrong, but anyway, I'm very excited to see. Does he also implore the pack punch system? I mean, power must be activated first. I would imagine he does, because again, he's trying to go through rounds, so I mean, taking that extra few minutes or so to actually activate the pack punch and spending those extra points just to get your gun that much more powerful to go to shred through zombies faster, I mean, is definitely something like if this is already at a 29-minute thing, and this includes Pack-a-Punch, I wonder what time it would be without some of these core things that come into it. It's very interesting to think about, and I can't wait to see exactly what it is. Here, one round. What I. Oh, okay. Just casually grab the nuke there at the end. The thing about zombies, in my opinion, that I think can push a lot of newer players away is how slow the gameplay is. Now, of course, as you get into the higher rounds, it tends to ramp up the intensity, how the difficulty as well, and it just, a lot of newer players that don't know how to train, don't really know some of the core aspects of the game. I can, my brothers don't enjoy zombies all that much because of it's a little bit slower. They like for example, the brother that's like 2 years younger than me. He's or just a year younger than me. Wow, I don't even remember my own brother's age. He doesn't really like zombies because it's a very slow-paced game. Like he doesn't understand it, and it's like he's like, I just feel like it just doesn't get up. He loves playing like Warzone or stuff like that because it's just faster paced game right up the bat, and it's constantly going at a fast pace. So he likes those. So it's like. Oh, and so I can see where a lot of this goes because, like, to me, round 1 through about 7, give or take on the map that you're in. I mean, like I'm trying to think of a map that I've played that racks up faster. Probably, I'm trying to think here. Probably in a map known as, oh, what is it called? There's some dog. So there are dog rounds in this. So maybe that could be why maybe he doesn't get as lucky with the dog rounds in this one. I mean, he's on a round 5 dog round, which normally you see those on round 6 or 7. So that's a good dog round to start with, fast and early. But the Darkest Shore from Call of Duty World War II is probably one that I would say racks up pretty fast because as you open up the map, you not only do the zombies in that game, they made that a little bit harder of a game for zombies in general. It also, the zombies, there's some fog in there that can come in that makes that you can't see anything, and that's when the big boss of the map comes out that will kick your trash. It's an assassin zombie. So that to me kicks up the ratings and the rankings is how hard that gets faster, a little bit higher, and that's usually round depending on when you actually start opening up the map. That can usually be between round 5 or 7 that you start to get those issues. So I can see where that is. But then like you come back into maps like these, round 1 through maybe about 8 or 9 in these older maps tend to be a little bit slower, which tend to push a few, those high octane players away, which is very saddening because if you would stick through zombies and actually learn zombies and like learn either Easter eggs, or which Easter eggs bring a whole new aspect to the game beyond the high rounds, that also can increase your stress levels based on the steps you're on and what map you're on that has the different steps. But like zombies to me is just always giving me an adrenaline rush beyond any other game that I've ever played. Like I loved Fortnite, gave me good adrenaline rushes, but if I always wanted a good adrenaline fix, it was always zombies that I could come back to and just say I'm gonna get an adrenaline fix from this, because if I'm playing stupid just to make myself stressed, I'm gonna get that stressful action on round 1. I'm only out there with a knife. But I mean, it's so much fun to come back to zombies and be like, hey, what can I do this time to maybe change it up and see what I can do? I always do Easter eggs, so every now and then I like to come back and I'm like, okay, what can I do this game to really just spice things up? And with Cold War, it's been a good thing to like build my own loadout and be like, okay, what can I do this time to be like, oh, how stupid can I be this game? What's going to make it harder, faster, or what's going to be more interesting for some content or whatever? So it's been very fun to, play zombies and just really change things up. But to come back to some of these older classics and just see and just try to remember everything that goes on in these maps is just a good old refresher. And I mean, he's 6 minutes in, going into round 8. He's already on a very good pace right here, but of course, like we saw in Knocked and Verrucht, you got these really good paces early because there's not as many zombies, and you've got guns that are pretty strong. The Thompson is a really good gun to go higher rounds with, apparently, from what I've seen. So, I mean, a lot of these people started 2, maybe 3 minutes faster than what you thought, but then it's all of a sudden, if luck, even just the slightest luck goes against you, as this guy pulls a nuke, so I'm just gonna keep talking over the fact that this guy's insanely lucky. Um, the fact that this man, like, if luck isn't going your way in these scenes, that timer can become increasingly closer to where you need to be at and being behind. And so it's just insane to think. And where Derice, like, if I remember correctly from when I played the Giant a lot, um, I don't know if there were any changes between the Giant and the actual Derice, so because I didn't play Derice all that much. If I'm remembering correctly, Derice would definitely does not have that fastest spawns in general. Like, I think if it's the same that I'm thinking of, there's one area that could rack up the speed runs, but at the same time, it could also be a very bad situation that if you're not getting, if there's no perks on this map and you're not set up and ready for it, being in that area can be a very stressful thing because of how fast the zombies can spawn. Like, I mean, this Thompson is not killing dogs that easy. I mean, like, it is a 2-hit down. Keep this in mind, chat. It is a 2-hit down. He takes 2 hits, he's gone. And to think at that and be like, I mean, Speed Cola is here, so it looks like the Core 4 is here. The Core 4 will be here, which he definitely decides to elect on getting that Speed Cola right off the bat, which is very interesting that that's the first scene he decides to buy. It looks like he's turning on power and maybe connecting the teleporters to each other. And there's Jug, so he's able to get the 2 perks. That's probably the only 2 perks he'll get, because, like, again, double tap 1.0 really not that useful. Oh, he is gonna elect to do it. So just watch the difference. Can you see that difference? If not, if you can't, he's playing music, so I do have to keep it rather quiet. I don't know if you guys can still hear it pretty well, but I do have to keep it rather quiet for the music. But, like, just the difference in the fire rate is already very noticeable, just between double tap 1.0 and the original Thompson. So he did elect to get double tap, which is very interesting to me, because, like, we didn't see him get it in Shinonuma, but he elects to get it here. And I mean, this is definitely not the spot that I was thinking of when I was thinking of how fast zombies can spawn. It's right here in this area, because in the Giant there's a little stair thing. Maybe this isn't this isn't the room, actually. I'll take that. But in the area that I'm thinking of, there's a teleporter that there's a little staircase that you can go up to kind of this, like, overlook, and that area is usually where I would stay when I was playing the Giant if I was going for high round attempts, because to me that felt like the fastest spawns. Now, again, I'm not a pro. I don't play these maps all that often, so I don't know what the strat is for actually doing this, as he's gonna go ahead and turn on the pack punch. He's definitely gonna upgrade that Thompson, 1000% going to, because that, like, it's the wall buy weapon that, like, we've seen that gun come out in all 4 maps so far. We've just seen it. Plus, you know, like, it's just, there's no way. The only way I could see, like, I don't know if he's ever spins the box even once on this map, but maybe he goes for the Mustang and Sally. That'd be very interesting to see, because he hasn't hit the box yet, and he hasn't elected to get rid of the 1911. So instead of spinning for a ray gun or anything like that, why not just keep the 1911 and go for the Mustang and Sally? The same, just an explosive, insanely powerful weapon. The problem is, and he real quick, he doesn't elect to grab that Carpenter. For those of you guys that are newer to zombies, Carpenters repair all, in this game, they repair all buildable, like, repairable windows. I saw monkeys in the box, which would be an insane thing in case he gets into trouble. And it does look like he does elect to get rid of the 1911, and he pulls the PPSH. That's literally game over right there. He literally could pack punch that and use that the entire rest of the round and go just fine. But one thing, an MP40, that's also, as far as if I can remember correctly, that was a very good gun to have. This kind of area right here is where I was thinking of a second ago that I was mentioning. Just behind him, back over to his left, I guess, now from where he's looking. That is a very interesting sounding gun. Did he activate the Easter egg for this map? The song Easter egg? Because I can hear 115, or not that. Beauty of Annihilation is what it is actually the song title playing. And it's one of my favorite songs from zombies ever. I wish I could play it for you guys. Here's the teleporter that he needs to link. Yeah, this area is what I was talking about. This room right here is where I was talking about. So I'm very interested to see where he sets up to get it. And he's looking for the box. Is he going for the ray gun? Or what map? What weapon is in the box that he's wanting so bad? Besides the PPSH. If I'm him, I might it looks like he's going to go ahead. Oh, no, there's probably... Oh, nuke. That's... By the look of how he stopped mid-air trying... It looked like he was trying to stop and not get it. I don't think he wanted to grab that nuke quite yet. I think he made the mistake on that one. I don't think he wanted to yet. Was that the waft that I saw? Did I see the waft? He got the FG-42. This gun sounded really weird. That gun just sounds so weird. It's kind of a satisfying sound too, but, you know. Car 98K, definitely not what he wants. He doesn't have enough time to really just look at the box, so I can't... I think I saw the Wonder Waft. There's a flamethrower, so I mean, hey, why not? Burn some corpses. What did he get? Either that's the FG-42 or that's some sort of LMG. Yeah, that's the MG-42. Not FG-42, MG-42. I was close, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's getting to hold off on that insta-kill. Nope. That's not good. It's also interesting because, like, there's the swastika here, okay? Which means that he's playing on the American version of this game, which is fine. In other countries, though, that logo is banned. So, unless I edit that out in my video, this video might get banned in other countries except for America, which is very interesting. And I'll probably edit it out just for that reason. I know, because I know its meaning behind it, and it should be edited out. I don't think, and a lot of games nowadays, you know, back here it was a lot less of a thing, but a lot more people are starting to realize this is just not a logo that we should be putting in our games. And I like that. I mean, it's nice to keep it historically accurate. I love history and stuff like that, so it would be nice for them to keep it historic. That's huge. Monkey bombs are huge. It'd be nice for them to keep it historically accurate, but I also know that it's better to make sure that it's not making a statement of bad things than anything. So I'll do my best to edit it out, but I can't promise anything. So I apologize to anyone out there if this video is banned in any of your countries that this is banned and you can't watch it, or if I don't get it very well and any of you guys that are able to see this are offended by it. I apologize. I will do my best, but I can't promise anything because I suck at editing. I'm still learning. But anyway, back to the map. He's able to pull the monkey bombs, which is a huge. So this is the first map that monkey bombs were introduced. So for those of you guys that are new, and he's gonna go ahead and use one right now. So, chat, for those of you guys that are comment, people, viewers, whoever you guys are that are watching, I love you. For those of you guys that are newer to zombies, monkey bombs are a tactical weapon that you can use that to throw, and when you throw it, all zombies are attracted to it, and then once it runs out of time, it explodes and kills. I saw the Wonder Waft. He's gonna hold off on that nuke for just a second. Does he choose to keep spinning for it? That's my interested part, is does he just elect to stick to the ray gun he has, or does he go for that Wonder Waft? Because I think he needs to pack a punch. He's already put this much effort into it. He's got both the ray gun and the Wonder Waft. Chat, let me give you some numbers here. These aren't accurate numbers, so by all means, don't put in the comment section. Jayware, you know the actual number is like actually 0.27543. Please don't. I know I'm just spitting out numbers. The chances of pulling a wonder weapon from the box is already like a 10 to 15% chance. Again, rough estimate, could be lower, could be higher. This is just from my experience. About 10 to 15% chance of pulling it out of the entire mystery box weaponry. And there's a lot of weapons in the mystery box. So, you think about that, that's very hard to pull. And then, in the coding of the game, once you pull a wonder weapon from the game, that character's chances of pulling another one goes down. So the chance of him pulling the Wonder Waff out after pulling the ray gun now is only like a 4 to 5% chance, roughly. Again, numbers. I'm not an expert on it. I don't have all the stats. I could be wrong. I could be way off by like, who knows, by good 7 to 10%. Who knows? But it's already like the chances of him pulling both of those is insane. And here's another thing. both these weapons are not good at racking up points. I mean, he's already got 5,000 points, which is really good, because if you look at it, you're only getting 50 points per kill. With other guns, you're getting 10 points for every damage you do, and then 50 to 100. If you get the headshot kills, it's 100 points. It's 50 points for the just normal kill. So you have a higher opportunity of getting more points from these weapons if you're using a normal bullet weapon than you are with these. These are, because they're practically instant kills, you're just getting the straight 50 points per kill and moving on. So you get less points. I know you still can rack up points really fast in these higher rounds because there's more zombies, so it looks like their numbers are going to go up faster. But it pretty much doesn't. I'm shocked that he's not using the ray gun for this round. But anyway, he's already got the Wonder Waff Pack-a-Punch. He'll be able to get the ray gun Pack-a-Punch on this next round, which he's already 17 minutes in. So he is 12 minutes away from beating this. So he's got 12 minutes to beat the next 12 rounds. He's on good pace right now. He's on a very good pace. He's actually ahead now because he's just... And like I said, dog rounds are amazing for speedrunners. Just making a little caterpillar. Just making a beautiful little caterpillar. But when I'm looking at this speedrun right now, like, he's actually ahead by a good ways. And he's, like, to me, it's shocking that it still takes him another 11 and a half minutes to go 11 rounds. Because he has the two most powerful weapons in the game. He's going to have them both pack-a-punched. And he's trying to avoid this carpenter, because if those boards get reboarded up, then the zombies have to tear all those boards down before coming into the map, which is very bad for speedrunning. You want these zombies to be spawning and getting into this map faster than anything. A double point. So like I said, like, to have the two, and an insta-kill, to have the two strongest weapons in the game and still only go 1 round per minute is very interesting, considering that we saw Verrucht with only a PPSH and a ray gun go faster, which tells me one thing for sure. Well, two things for sure. A, he doesn't get as many insta kills and nukes as he got in other maps. What is he doing with these? These have got to be emergency. Like, if he really gets into trouble, he'll run over here and let these things do the trick. But basically, when I'm looking at this, I'm just like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, he's A, not getting as many insta-kills and nukes, and it's been prevailing. He's gotten a couple of nukes, and like, the nukes that he has gotten have not been at the best of times. He's gotten a nuke at the very end of a round, which is like, that's not the best time you got, because there's only like 2 zombies to kill, so you're trying to wait out as long as you can for the round to start, but then you don't want to grab it at the very beginning of the round because it won't end the round. Or he's gotten it at the very beginning of the round, so again, doesn't end the round when you grab them. You want nukes to be more in the mid-round area, because then you have the higher chance of ending that round with them. So it's like, he's not getting those, and when he is getting them, he's not getting them at the right time. And 2, he doesn't get that many dog rounds. Okay, dog rounds is another thing. The third thing that I just thought of is that the spawns just aren't as fast. I mean, Nocturne Tone, it's a small area. You still, like I said, I think I counted like 9 to 10 different spawns that they can come through, so it still slows it down. But I mean, which would make sense here, because it's about the same time as it was in Noct. Verrucht was way faster spawn, so that's why it cut down like 3 minutes. And then Shinonuma was also an even faster than Verrucht spawns, so it cut down an even faster 2 minutes. And I mean, so I think that's kind of the overall thing, is because he has the 2 strongest weapons in the game that are now both pack-punched. I don't think it's a big enough deal to be like, he doesn't need as many nukes and insta-kills, because he's already practically insta-killing these guys faster. The nukes are a little bit better because it just knocks every zombie out, whether you can see them or not. But it's very interesting to me to be like, this guy's I think it comes down to spawns. I mean, these still look like some insanely fast spawns to me. He's got a spawn here with a trap. He's got a spawn there. And I think another spawn can come down those. I'm not sure. And I think there's only the 2 spawns. So I'm not 100% sure. I'll try to watch a little bit more careful in this round to see. Never mind, it's a dog round. To see if I can see where the spawns are for the zombies. But right now I'm only counting 2 spawns, which you'd think with only 2 spawn If they can only come from 2 areas, they'd be flying it. But if it's very interesting because maybe it's not. Oh wait, it's more than 2. That's why I'm only seeing them come from 2 directions. The window to his left and that door in front of him. But I didn't realize that out there is spawn. So they're spawning out there and coming from there. So that's actually why it's taking so long. Is they're spawning out near the spawn area and have to run towards him, which is slowing it down. See right there, there's one of those spawns that are out there. So he's got 2 areas that they're coming from, so it makes it easier for him because he only has to watch 2 areas for zombies. But this area in front of that door is the biggest issue because there's spawns that are further away that have to come towards him. So that's why it slows it down right there. That's why this has about the same speed as Noctis. There's probably about that like 8 to 9 spawn points that are long locations that they have to come to. So that's probably why it's so much slower, even with the most powerful guns. He's getting insta kills really well. You know, I think it really just comes down to spawns. I think that's the whole reason. Like if there was an area, again, I don't know this map that well. I've only played it like a handful of times, unless it's the Giant, then we can count that, which is practically this map just remastered a little bit. When I'm looking at it, I'm just sitting here like, if there's a spot in this map where the spawns can come just a little bit faster, I mean, and he's got monkey bombs and the 2 most powerful weapons in the game. Like, if there was an area that could spawn him just a little bit faster, I think he'd be okay. He'd be okay. He's got 3 things that can get him out of these tight situations in case he does get into one. So it's like, I think that he's found the fastest spawn point that he possibly can. And again, if there was just that one area that could speed up those spawns just a little bit more, I think this map, with this luck that he's had for the weaponry and the amount of insta kills he's been getting, and has monkey bombs, I think that you could see this map get down to the Shinonuma speedrun of 24 minutes or less. I think it could if there was just a little bit better of a spawn, which is saying something that even with the best luck that you could possibly have at the current moment right now with his run that he's had, pulling a ray gun and a Wonderwolf and getting insta kills almost every round, to still only have a 29-minute run because of speed, because of where they're spawning, just says what spawns do to high round speed run attempts. It's just so interesting to think about. I mean, this Wonderwolf is just so good. You don't even have to hit the zombies. Just hit near them. They're electrocuted. So like a ray gun. It's literally like the ray gun on steroids. Because like ray gun does a lot of damage, but it's more of a splash damage explosive type thing. The Wonderwolf is like, hey, I'll electrocute you. Oh, you want to come near it? Here, I'll electrocute you. Oh, you want to come near too? Here's a party. Here, your turn to be on crack. Like, it's just so insane. One of the best. I mean, he hit the wall, and it killed all those zombies in that window. Just too good, too good. Like, look, he didn't even hit that zombie. Killed it. And wait. This is the first map that dogs start spawning mid-round at these higher rounds. Like, normally, like in Shinonuma when dogs were first introduced, they only spawn during dog rounds. This is the first map now that I'm actually paying attention and seeing it, that dogs can start just... In most maps throughout Treyarch history, is dogs would spawn throughout the round, the middle of the round, not just in a dog round. This looks like the first map that they started implementing that. Dude, again, like, it's just so insane to see him with the 2 wonder weapons, monkey bombs, and still think he's still got to go another 5 rounds in 5 minutes, 4 minutes at technically. He has 4 minutes to beat it. To me, that just doesn't make any sense. It's insane. And I think the bouncing... Now he's going to start the train over here. I don't think he's actually trying to use the bouncing betties. I think he's literally just trying to do something weird with them. Because, I mean, he's got 2 full rows back by the barrels, and now he just placed 1 right there. And he still has 1 to use. I don't know what the game plan is with these, but I'm hoping to see some fireworks here. I hope for round 30 for like the last zombie, he's just like, yeah, well, for the very last zombie, we're just gonna send you right through all 30 of these bouncing betties and just let the fireworks fly. Can you do that real quick, please? Oh, Jug. See, again, exhibit A of why Jug is amazing. This is a 2-hit down game. Jug gives you 1 extra hit, and he got a nuke. Hey, why not? Double points, because he totally needs it. Again, 34,000 points. Normally, my brain goes, hey, what can I pack a punch? What perks can I get? You know, what can I do to make myself a little bit stronger? And I'm just like, what is he doing? What is he doing? And he gets a dog round on round 27? Dude. That means he's only got 3 more. That means he's only got 2 more rounds to beat. Because this round is... Oh, he missed that dog. That kind of sucks. He missed again. Ooh, he's having some issues with these dogs. There he goes. That's some time loss right there. He wasn't killing the dogs as fast as he could have. Like, there was like about 3 or 4 that he missed like 2 or 3 shots on each one. Which kind of sucks. He keeps pausing right here. He must be texting. He must have that special girl in his life that he's just like, yeah, I need to go ahead and make sure that she knows I'm doing okay. I mean, it's okay. Like, some speedruns, in the zombies category, I know in some other games that I've seen, speedruns is more of the aspect of, hey, it's as soon as that game starts, the only time that the timer stops is like in loading times, like loading screens, because some consoles and, you know, systems load faster than others for some reason. So it's like that's the only time the clock stops. But the rest of the time it's, hey, clock's running. So I mean, in zombies it's more of actual in-game time. So when you pause, the clock stops as well, which is really cool. So I mean, hey, that's why I'm like, hey, like that's why for those 90-hour 9,000 rounds that you go in Shinonuma, you can actually pause, because otherwise, if you're able to play for 90 hours straight without stopping to take a piss or eat or sleep or any of the necessities that you need to do in your life, kudos to you, man. You're an ultimate gaming specimen. How many hours like how many days is 90 hours? Let's see, 24 hours in a day. It's 24, 48, 72. $96. So just about 5 days, just under 5 days, roughly 5-6 days. So that means you're playing one map. For the guy that got that, if he were to play that 90 hours straight, that means he took 5 days minimum worth of playing one map, one round, not just one map, one round of zombies. Holy crap. You won't catch me doing that. Period. I mean, this is it. He'll be done with this in literally like 30 seconds. I'd be keeping that Wonderwolf out the entire time, to be straight up honest, the rest of this. You know you're this close. You know you just need to get through a couple hordes left. I'm just keeping that Wonderwolf and just murdering. That's just me, though, but I mean, hey. He's doing just fine not listening to me. So, he's the professional, I'm not. Dude, holy cow. And he did it. Just insane right there. Dude, I've never seen this type of luck, ever. Like, I've never seen this luck. He keeps going to round 50, I believe. Yeah, he's still got to go to round 50. So I'll let it just keep playing while I talk. But, dude, round 30 speedrun into Riese. Like, I've never, in just the 4 maps that I've reacted to in this one recording session is just insane. I never in my wildest dreams would imagine having this good luck, like this amount of luck. Like, in just this map alone, he's able to pull both the ray gun and the Wonderwolf from the mystery box. The only thing that I could say would, there's only 2 things that I would say would, 3 things that I could say would increase the speedrun. One, if he had the same amount, if you have the same amount of dog rounds that he had in Shinonuma, that would increase the run by like at least 1 to 2 minutes. I would at least a minute, you know, right. Um, the second thing is just better spawns. Those were some very slow spawns, and if he could get some Shinonuma spawns, it would be insane. He just checked and just realized that he got the world record. So cheers. Um, and the third thing, just more nukes and insta kills. That's really all he could do. But chat, make sure that you guys check out Krups. The link to his channel is down in the description below. Please go check his channel out. Make sure you guys support him. Hit him with a follow and whatnot. Guys, I love you. Let me know in the comments what you thought was the best moment of this speed run. I want to hear what you guys think. And also, let me know if there's any other games that you guys want me to react to outside of Zombies. I'm going to be going through every single Zombies map in the history of Call of Duty Zombies, so make sure you guys stick around for those for your favorite maps. We're going in order of release, so it's gonna be a long one. But also let me know other games that you guys want to see me maybe react to after this series or throughout the series. We'll just see. But I love you guys. See you guys in the next one.